Hey sis, it's Jocelyn, Lover Girls for Christ Ministries. Um, I just made a video like 2 seconds ago, but I think I need to condense it for those folks who are not going to listen to that. I think it's still very important. So, the Lord just was talking to me about how He has. It was a good counseling session, okay, and I was reflecting on how He got me out of people pleasing, and reflecting on how did He do that. Like that's such a prominent issue for so many people nowadays, and especially people who have like hearts after God, or people who are just lovers and givers and things like that. And the world calls them naive. The world calls them stupid. The world tries to tell us that our love is a weakness, but it's not. It is very much so a gift when it's used appropriately. When we submit that love to Jesus Christ, that love is our strength, you know? Um, the joy of the Lord is our strength, right? Our confidence in the Lord is our strength, and our ability to love um, like God, our ability to love people the way that God loves us, the way that He taught us, love is our strength in a world that has given itself over to darkness, And so often we chase people's opinions, right? We don't want people to be mad at us. We want people not to abandon us. We want to be loved. We want to be liked. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. And we want those things from people, places, and things more than we want it from Jesus Christ. And that's what He showed me, about myself. And I know I'm not alone in that, right? Um, so this message is called Only Serve the One Who Saves. Like, I don't serve people's opinions of me no more, because people's opinions didn't save me when I almost died. People's opinions didn't save me when I almost lost my salvation. People's opinions didn't save me when I was confused and dazed, when witchcraft was working against me, when um when I felt like I was losing myself. I used to say I felt like I was a shell of myself. Uh Nobody came to save me but Jesus. And so to be saved and restored, and then to give the glory or the honor, or the space for any man's opinions that do not align with what God said, it's not worth it. So to condense it, because again, the last video was like almost 30 minutes. The Lord, I was talking to Him about, the staying in your lane, staying in your lane. That's how He speaks to me. He speaks to me like I really understand. Stay in your lane so you don't crash out, period. Right. So, I, like, this is what I wrote. When I crashed out, the people that I crashed out for kept going. Right. And I mean, crashed out, like I was so focused on trying to help them, I lost control of my vehicle, my destiny, right? My mind, my peace, trying to help somebody else. And whether that be because they said, the Lord has said this, and you're trying to serve the Lord through them, that's just so silly, guys. People have used witchcraft, which again, God says that manipulation is as into witchcraft. So we don't even have to be talking like dark black magic. We could just talk about people who are selfish, self-serving, conniving. They are manipulative. They gaslight you. They guilt trip you. That's enough to be considered witchcraft, according to your Bible, if you're a Bible believer. If not, you're not. This is not the page for you. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. So when we lost control of our vehicle trying to save other people, they were okay with that. They felt entitled to that, and they kept going, right? They got the help and they kept going. And then they looked back at you for crashing like you were less than, and as if like they didn't take, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't sabotage your car. Like, you know what I'm saying? As if when you gave their car a jump, whatever, I'm not a car person, guys. Stay with me though, right? When you took the energy from your battery and gave it to them, and that only reason they kept going was because of what you did for them, they act like they were entitled to that, and that they were not responsible for anything that happened. And the truth is, y'all, that's the lesson here, right? If you stay in your lane, you're good. That doesn't mean that you don't help people. It's just that you would never crash trying to help someone. You allow the Lord to tell you who to help, when to help, how. You know what I'm saying? And you always understand that there's nothing to do. You don't help. The most help you can give people is by living Christ, speaking Christ, you know what I'm saying? Speaking words of life into them, giving them resources and directions. You understand that you're not God in people's life. And the only person that could ever save anyone is God. So you stop crashing out trying to save people, understanding that all you've done is gotten them a 30 miles more. You know what I'm saying? If they choose to never go and gas up, like you can't change that about them, right? So when I crashed out, the people that I helped kept going. And the people who did stop, whether that be because they're watching, like, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how people be, they're weird. They watch the crash and they're like Google-eyed out the driver's seat. Like they might not see something very traumatic and scary, right? Like they could see a whole person lose their soul, but they are still being nosy, right? There's a lot of monitoring spirits that do that. So there's a lot of people who did stop. The people that you crash out for, they kept going. Didn't even look back. They're good. Some of the monitoring spirits stopped just to report, to keep going later and report back how you crashed out and how bad it was. And the people who stopped and wanted to help you, they couldn't help you if they wanted to, because they also have nothing but what they have. You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't help you if they wanted to. And so when you're sitting there, God just let me know, I wanted, like, God let me know that people pleasing was deaded when I really recognized and I took into my heart that the only person that pulled me out the wreckage was Jesus Christ. The only person that pulled me out, restored my boo-boos, okay? And they were bad. Like they were bad. I'm talking about the car, the glass, the fire, you know what I'm saying? The smoke. Like he restored my lungs. He took each small piece of glass out of me. He wasn't just the one that pulled me out the wreckage. He repaired me. And then he was also the father that bought me a new car. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he was everything to me. Like from the wreck, from the step, from pulling me out the wreckage to me healing and getting back on the road again and having the confidence to drive again, he was there 100% of the time. And the people that I tried to, the people's opinions that I cared so much about, they were nowhere to be found. And the people who were asking me if I was okay, they just wanted information. You know what I'm saying? Nobody went to God for me. They didn't know how. They just wanted to see, is she going to make it? But they weren't helping me out the wreckage. And so when you experience a testimony of salvation, right? Salvation is not just, I believe the Lord died and saved me. Like salvation is like, yo, this is my personal savior. He is my personal redeemer. He personally pulled me out the wreckage and he saved me. So if you think I care about anybody else's opinion, when I know if I were to crash out over someone's opinion tomorrow, the same thing would happen. The same exact thing would happen with a new group of people. Anytime that you care about, anytime you care about someone's opinions or feelings about what you're doing more than your desire to be obedient to God, you will crash out. So don't get so comfortable in the new car that you forget that it was only Jesus that pulled you out the wreckage. It was only Jesus sitting at your bedside. It was only Jesus who knew what you need when your voice box was crushed and you couldn't find your voice. Oh my God. Thank you, Lord. When you couldn't find your voice and you didn't know who you were, he healed you. He healed you. And then when you got out and almost forgot it was him who healed you, he's the same one who revealed to you, sis, they don't love you. Sis, don't go back down that road. Remember, that's the same road you crashed down, remember? You're like, sorry, Lord. Yeah, I've done this before. Like, so I really hope that this helps somebody. I don't know when you'll see it. Again, I don't got a bunch of people I'm talking to. I'm looking at my computer right now. After spending time with Jesus in my counseling session with him. And I'm uploading it, and I have faith that it will reach the person it needs to reach. I hope that it reaches you, but more importantly, I hope that you receive it, take it to God, and do something with it. It's not just a good word. It's not just, oh, that sounds good. And then next week you still mad about someone not liking you. Be so for real. Be so for real. Where it sounds good right now, but then you're still butt hurt that your mama wasn't there and your daddy wasn't there and your cousin don't support you and nobody liking your videos and nobody sharing nothing. Like, we can't keep doing this, y'all. We can't. We can't. Remember who saved you and only serve him. Jesus Christ is the first say and the last say. He's the only say. God is the only say. He is the only say. And when you follow and are loyal to God and not man, now I don't care if the man says he speaks for God. I don't care, guys. I don't care. People lie. Let man be a liar and God tell the truth all the time. Okay? People have mastered lying. They even lie to themselves about the fact that they're lying. So please, get off of milk, move to solid food, understand the difference. Okay? Because there's a difference between honesty and transparency. Jesus, see, he's the truth. The truth is transparent. It's fully there for you to see. There's nothing hidden. People can be honest with you and not transparent with you. They can tell you a version of the truth and not the whole truth. They can answer your question vulnerably, but not answer the question you didn't know to ask. And at the point is, how many times are you going to keep doing this? Because time is running out. Okay? How many times do people got to let you try to, like, how many times do people got to let you die there? How many times do you have to call out on Jesus after he was the last person you asked? How many times will you run to your idols when you could have talked to God? How many times are you going to worry about, well, Lord, I know you told me to do this, but I don't have this on. I don't have this. I don't have this thing. I don't have this technology. I don't have this background. I don't have any followers. No one's listening. Like, how many times are you going to worry about the wrong thing? And I'm reminded of Martha and Mary. Super, super good. I will be doing a teaching on that. That was a message he's given me all my life. He was someone, he called my name in my dreams twice all the time. Jocelyn, Jocelyn. I'm like, why are you saying it twice, Lord? Jocelyn, 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 Jocelyn. Like, he's trying to get your attention. Daughter, daughter. Beloved, beloved. Right? So he called Martha's name twice because Martha's like, yo, I'm doing all this work. I'm a giver. I'm giving. I'm being a good person. Lord, I'm trying to make sure the house looks nice for you. And Mary's just sitting there doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus is like, Mary's doing the better thing. Because she's sitting at my feet. She understands that I don't care about I don't care that you didn't sweep, bro. I'm trying to talk to you. Why do you care about what I think about your home? God is in your home. And you're trying to make it look good for him like he's some man that's going to go back to his little friends and talk about how your house was too dirty. This is God. Be like Mary. She chose the better thing. She chose the good thing, which was to sit at God's feet and not care what her sister was thinking. Like, her sister was tattling on her and she's still at God's feet, like in adoration, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, Jesus is in my home right now. Jesus, tell me more. Tell me another story. Oh my God, God, what? And Martha's like, you're not going to tell her to help me? And Mary wasn't like, first of all, Mary's just like, you know what I'm saying? Be like Mary. Don't care what nobody got to say about you. I don't care if it's your sister. Okay. Be like Mary. I'm going to sit at God's feet either way. I'm going to hear what he got to say to me. I'm going to get everything he want from me. I don't care what y'all think. I hope you with me. We can do it together, sis. But if you're not with me, man, it ain't got nothing to do with me. because I'm with Jesus. So if you're not with me, I know you're not with Jesus, because I'm with Jesus. He's right here. I'm with Jesus. So if you're not with me, you think it's about choosing Jocelyn or somebody else, but really it's the spirit that they operate in. So when you think you're choosing someone that you like their image more, that's fine, but they rock with the devil. It's always, don't y'all get it? We're just vessels. We're nobodies. We're nobody without Jesus. So when you rock with people who sit at the potter with Jesus is the potter for them, you rocking with Jesus. Just like Jesus said, right? I believe it when I want to say it was John 10 this time, because I get John 10 and 17 mixed up. John 10, where he's like, what I want them to know is that I am in my Father and he is in me. So if you are in me, then you are also in the Father. You get what I'm saying? So if we are in Jesus, we are in Jesus. If you're not, so if you were in Jesus too, we would all be in Jesus together. So when you're not rocking with the people who are rocking with Jesus, you are rocking with the devil. And so there's only two, y'all. Like, don't let the devil trick you. Like God said, there's only two ways: narrow and broad. And the narrow path, Jesus is there. So when you start seeing a lot of people take broad paths and make you and try to gaslight you, make you seem like you crazy, they try to guilt trip you. You over here like, why would you care about someone's opinion who's on the broad path? They don't even want to be on the narrow path. They're literally on the broad path, laughing and pointing, making fun of you. And you're like, I don't want them to be mad at me. Girl, if it's not the narrow path, I don't care what y'all think. Because everyone on the narrow path, we're not even worried about each other's opinions. We're all just going for Christ. We're all just running to Christ. And the people on the broad path, they're over here pointing like, look at these people. Look at these people. Like, did they miss the big path? Are they stupid? Did they miss the easy? Why are they playing life on hard mode? Because it's a narrow path. I'm gonna leave that there. I love y'all. It ended up being 20 minutes anyway, so I guess it was a sort of different message. I'm gonna go be back with the Lord, but y'all be blessed. There's a lot to be grateful for, a lot to be thankful for, and I really, really hope that y'all don't miss. I hope that y'all don't retract from the narrow path to go please broad people. Don't go look at God. Don't leave your path with Jesus to go please these broads. You're welcome. Love you. Bye.